Thanks to the support as a channel member, Jack Watson. Well, the rest of the transfer window is pretty much a continuation of what we saw yesterday. We continued losing all of our best players and replacing them with children, but it turns out this isn't a very hard league, and we're actually doing okay, which is jolly nice. I like doing okay. Also want to kick things off by saying a big thank you to Mossman Games on Twitch. There you go. You should follow him. He's a hero. I don't know. You can see I've asked. I don't know if these are the actual kits and badge for Precision or his version of them. I'm waiting for a reply at the time of recording. But we have a nice badge, which I have managed to get working in the game. We also have two nice kits that, for whatever reason, I haven't yet been able to get working in the game. But as you can see, the Precision football upgrade is continuing on and off the pitch. This will be sorted once I have a little bit more time to fiddle with it over the weekend. This is the problem with recording the videos the morning they come out rather than doing them weeks in advance like I normally do. We'll get back to normal soon. But on the topic of getting back to normal, what could be more normal than aiming to be above the Kev ratio, which is exactly what we're looking to do this season. If you're not familiar with the Kev ratio, boys and girls, we want to make sure we get at least as many points as we have games, and then we're not going to get relegated and everyone will be happy. I love that name, Sport Support. What a great name for a football club. But as you can see, we've had a decent start to the season. We're up in 4th place, admittedly already 8 points behind the promotion spots. It seems there's 2 good teams in this league, a half decent team, and then a bunch of absolute dross plus these guys. But it's not been too bad. You can see we've won 2, lost 2, drawn 1, and we have now had a little bit of a tactical change. I finally gave up on those youth team wingers. It just wasn't working. We switched to a diamond in our last match, which did allow me to play my second 5-star current ability striker with my first one. I'm not sure why it took me 5 matches to realise I am allowed to play both of those two at the same time, but we are now doing that. We've done a few more transfers. As you can see, a bunch more kids have come in. I'll introduce you to them in a second, but we did continue to lose players. Most notably, Muhammad Ali has gone to Gulf United on big money. I mean, he's now earning almost as much as our entire weekly wage budget to play in Division 1, which we can't really fault him at 35. Go and get that bag, I believe is what the young people say. I don't really understand whose bag is it we're talking about, but I'm not sure where we got to. I think you'd met him in the last episode, and then we continued bringing in youngsters. So this is Mohammed Suleiman, who, as you can see, has 2.5 stars of grey ability. If you've not managed deep down in the lower leagues in the past, you might not be familiar with grey ability. This means he's about halfway towards getting half a yellow star. He's not even halfway good enough to have a yellow star yet. He might one day be good. We probably shouldn't be using him too much now. Oh, my goodness me. We've also signed Mohammed Al-Daheri, who is an 18-year-old goalkeeper. He's on loan from Fakan for the season, and he's actually quite good. 4 stars of current ability, 5 stars of potential. We have a real boy to play in goal now, which is an enormous upgrade after we broke the only goalkeeper we had at the club. We've got a new right-back, Ahmed Al-Bedwawi, who's on loan from Shabab Al-Ali. He's only 17 and is already 3.5 stars of current ability, so he's jolly good as well. Omar Ahmed has come in. He's a left back who, because we've signed him permanently, isn't very good but does have potential to get better. And then final loan signing is Ahmed Al Badwari, who's another one in from Fakan. He's also only 17 but also already pretty good. So this is the system that we're using now. Yes, I'm using a customized wing play system with no wingers because that's how we roll here at Precision Football. There's a plan. We've done it once and it worked. So I figure it's going to work again. And today we are playing against the phenomenally mentioned... Oh, no, this isn't... Is there 2 Sportings? I thought we were playing Sport Support. We're actually playing Sporting. That's a little more disappointing. And then we're also going to play the elite Falcons in the second half of the episode. But let's test the new tactic out against Sporting first. Sporting, not that one. And see how we get on. So in goal, it is our new goalkeeper, Mohammed Al-Daheri. At the back, we've got Abdullah, Al-Balushi, Al-Shei, and Al-Bedwawi. They're all 18. It is a bunch. I mean, he's not. He's a real boy. These lot are a bunch of children playing in defence for us, which I don't think is going to be a problem. We've then got another child in front of them in Al-Badwawi. We've got 2 flipping Al-Badwawis. I mean, what am I supposed to do with this? Have they both come from the same place? They're both here on loan. No, they've come from 2... He's Ahmed. He's they're brilliant. They've got the same. They've literally got identical names. What am I supposed to do about that? This is absurd. We need let me know in the comments. We need nicknames for both of them. Neither of them get to keep their real name. That's just silly. We've then got Al Medyed in midfield, who's on loan from Neom and has been pretty decent for us so far. Mohamed Sabil ahead of him, who is our best player and now captain after Muhammad Ali left. We are now able to play Taha, who we signed in the summer because we're using his position finally. And then we have two proper strikers up front. Mohamed Ahmad, who is now finally able to play alongside Abdallah Abaka, who has already got nearly as many goals as he got last season. He's been the main bright point of the season so far. So this is our diamond system. We have no wingers at the club. I don't know why we're not already ready for the match, but I guess we'll press continue a few times. Cracking work here, past Kev. I mean, is it kickoff time? Here we go. Now it's kickoff time. The organisation here is flabbergasting. Let's assign a squad number. And did that say? I mean, I only saw it for a second. I think El Badwari had a preference for squad number 12, which is the number the other Al Badwari wears. They have identical names. They're both 17 years old, and they both want the same number. I'm starting to lean towards this being a database glitch. Do they play the same position? Are they the same man? I mean, they're new gems, so they're not. If that was a real player, then maybe. But these are new gens. I'm fascinated by it. 17th of the 8th, 2008. That's too young to be playing professional football. And yeah, he was born first. If anyone gets to keep their name, it's him. But yeah, we need names coming in the comments, please, because we need to resolve that problem. It's 30 degrees here. It's so hot, by the way. So hot. And I'm already loving the fact that the abbreviation for our team is pff, which is a noise I've made a lot since I've been managing here. So that's good. Right. Abaka charging forward. He's got no support out wide because we don't play with wingers anymore, but we do have two strikers and they're linking up here. And there's one of the Al Badwari boys trying to play it to the other and somehow misses him. I mean, that's like not being able to find my own reflection in a mirror. They're the same man. How can they not pass it to each other? And now we've got no defenders because they've all gone forward to try and support in the attack. And we're getting ourselves into a little bit of bother here. This is some tidy football. I tell you what, this is feeling fast paced. I keep adjusting my match speed. I can't get it exactly right the way we had it in Non-League Legend. I feel like there's been an update and it's taken away a notch between this one and that one because this feels far too slow now. I think what it is, and I often get this at the start of new saves, anyone who's been watching for a long time will have heard me moan about this before. I think it's because I'm now managing really low-level teams after managing a really high-level team, and the players are actually slower. So this is probably my normal match speed, but it feels too slow because everyone's moving slower than they were at the end of Non-League to Legend. But that's because at the end of Non-League to Legend, they were all peak athletes running really fast, and now it's fat guys who have real jobs and children. And because of that, they are a little bit slower. So I think this is probably the normal game speed. It just feels slower. Am I imagining it? Let me know. We haven't had a shot yet. This system did work in the last game. We scored 3 goals. We are not looking like doing any goals so far today, but we do have a throw, and we are trying to perfect a long throw. It's Abaka who hurls it towards one of the Al Badwaris. I don't know which one it is. I can't see his number. It's number 12. I think that's the right back. And there he's Abaka. Surely he's fouled. It doesn't matter because we've scored anyway. All of our best players combining there. I mean, Al Badwari, it's like there's 2 of him on the pitch. He's that good. And then we've got Abaka who's 5 stars, Sabil who's 5 stars. Oh, it's lovely. We're 1-0 up. This is our first shot of the game. Look at us go. We're going to win the league. There's no stopping us now. We're going to diamond our way to victory. Look at that. That is some impressive chance conversion right there. 1 shot, 1 goal. That's all we need. We only need 1 chance. Right, corner comes in and it's a great name. Floribert Forza. He looks tall, doesn't he? And they've now, I mean, we've got the average age of the defence is younger than my tutor group used to be when I was still a teacher. So it's It's a challenge getting them organised for set pieces. Right, Sabeel. What? I mean, he's 5 stars of current ability. Why has he just let that run past him and then absolutely ran out of gas? I mean, what has happened there? I hope the replay goes back far enough for our captain. I mean, he is 35, but just trap it. Don't let it run past you. There you go. He lets it go past him and thinks, I'm going to chase onto this and I'm away. I absolutely can't keep up with it. And then that's it. We're finished. Just trap the ball. It's going to be fine. We don't need to worry about it. I mean, what's the harm? I think this team are one of the good ones, aren't they? Let's make myself feel better. Why haven't we got a league table on here? It's probably a little early to need one, but Sporting were one of the teams that were above us, maybe? Or were they slightly below us? Either way, I mean, we're not playing very well today, are we? Right, one of the Al Badwawi boys, I think that's probably the right back one, plays it into Sabil's feet this time, and he actually does take the touch. And there's the ball over the top from our 17-year-old centre-back, one of, and Abaka can't chase it because he is also painfully slow, just like everyone else in our team is. We are just so slow. And it does, I mean, look at the size difference. We are playing with a bunch of tiny, slow people. That is literally like looking at a child playing against a full-size man. What are we supposed to do? How do we compete here? It's ridiculous. Oh, Gordon Bennett. I mean, exactly. I don't know what's going on. Should we go attacking? That might help. Let's demand more as well. I demand you all get bigger and faster. I think that would be huge progress. If we still only had one shot in the entire match, right? Taha, it's the first time we've seen him have the ball. And now Abaka, who is in decent goal scoring form this season, but probably isn't going to score from this far out. Please prove me wrong. Drives it across goal. Oh, that's lovely work from him. And that is the advantage of playing our 2 5-star strikers together. I mean, we don't have any kind of team that are getting the ball to them, but occasionally one of them will drop deep, pick the ball up, and then between the two of them, they can probably do it on their own. We just need, if we had a rest of the team who was half as good as them, then we'd have a chance. Unfortunately, we don't. I mean, it is our 3 5-star players who are the only ones who are above a 6.6 on average rating. Or I guess it's just rating, and it's just one of them. And that does say a lot about how unbalanced and poor our squad is in general. Right, one of the Al Badwawis is tired, so we can bring on Al Kabi, who we did sign in the summer, and he is fairly useful. Are you any good? I'm still learning, my boys. I mean, you're not really, but Taha's had a terrible game. I don't really want to massively downgrade the team by making unnecessary changes. I'm trying to remember where my actual decent subs are. Is he decent? He's decent. Let's get him on. Problem with him is he's an out-and-out wing-back, and he can't really do anything else. We should probably train him to play left-back, but let's bring him on to play left-back here. And then, I mean, it would give us an option to play him on the left wing, potentially, as well, but he's one of our best players. He doesn't fit in a position that we want to use. And the day I use a back 3 is going to be a sad, sad day. Taha looks like a big boy, doesn't he? Oh, there's the ball over the top to him. Taha's in. Taha takes it. I mean, he's so slow. That was like watching me control the ball. He was so slow. but he got in. I mean, he almost did a goal. That's it. Get it in towards his head. How big is he? He looks like a full-size boy. 6'4". You can't teach that, boys and girls. Lovely stuff. We are still losing. Let's demand more again. A draw here. We will take a draw. A draw would be lovely. Right, what else have we got to throw onto the pitch? Sabeel is shattered and he's old. So he's going to come off. We don't have any more midfielders, but he can play midfield. And we can then take him off and bring on you at right back. I guess we go very attacking and hope the goalkeeper gets forward and does a goal for us. Why is that still there? That would be lovely. Right. Al Kabi, who's now playing in midfield. Our right back for, oh my word! Who's he? Who's just done that? Is that the midfielder who we've just taken off? Or did we just bring him on? I don't know who he is or how he did it. That was beautiful. He's so little. I mean, if you give him space, it doesn't matter how little he is, apparently. So that's him. He's just come on. He's 17. He's 5'6". This is the first time we've played him. And he's just done that within seconds of his debut at 17. The fans now think they've got a superstar on their hands. We might do. Right, let's get it to him again. Abaka turns and starts to head towards goal and then gives up and lays it off to another one of our untried kids. And now Abaka's got him behind again. We've already seen create something from this position. Gives it to Al Hamadi and it's then across to one of the Al Badwaris and Taha. I mean, he took a hit this time. He didn't have quite so many lumbering touches, but unfortunately, not only does he control the ball the way I do and move the way I do, he shoots the way I do as well. He just levers it in a vague direction and occasionally it'll fluke and stay down. It did not on that occasion. Right, if they score here, I'm going to be very upset, especially if they do it from a pervert corner. And, oh, we've got a counter-attack on here. Out. I'm not angry. I am disappointed. Because I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. I mean, I didn't want a counter-attack anyway. What we've done, gone and scored. I mean, where's the fun in that? You like, so it all. Well, I feel like that was maybe preventable. Just speculating. We might have been able to do something about that if we'd have showed even an ounce of composure as part of the counter-attack that wasn't. That was a frustration. We still have a lot to do, don't we? So next up, we are facing the elite Falcons, who are just one place above us in the league. We'd very much like to beat them. Please and thank you. We are away from home, though. So let's go and find out where the Sevens pitch 4 is, with its capacity of 250 people. And it seems it is well out on the outskirts of Dubai. We just have this entire deserty area. And then there's this sports complex with loads of football pitches, cricket, baseball. I mean, there's a proper stadium here by the looks of it. Let's see if we can get down to street level. Probably not that way. I mean, it literally is in the middle of nowhere. I guess it's over there. Should we pop back up to normal level? Because is it over here? We can't. Oh, there it is. Look, can we get in there? Well, there's your sign for the Sevens Stadium. Let's see if we can find the turning. No. How do we get in? I want to get over here. Can I get over to this road here? No. We can't get any closer to the Sevens, apparently. I'm very sad. So I guess this is the best view we're going to get. But I don't know which one's pitch 4. We're certainly not playing in the actual stadium or the smaller stadium. I guess it's one of these pitches that doesn't really have anything around it. I do like the fact they have solar parking. They have that at Disneyland Paris now. You basically park your car underneath the solar panels, so your car stays out of the sun and doesn't get too hot, and you don't waste space with parking. You get solar on it. Very clever. They've got rugby and net, but indoor rugby. Interesting. I mean, it's a nice little complex. Don't think we're going to get much of an away following here, though. Never mind the fact I can't work out how to get in. Where do you... I was going to say, where do you park? You park in there, Kev. So, yeah, I mean, let's go play them. And we're having to make one change to the team as well because Taha has gone off on international duty. So Al Hamadi, who came on and obviously scored that wonderful goal in the last game, is coming in midfield. El Medied moves further forward. And I've just realised it's Bedwawi and Badwawi. They are different names. We don't need to change them. Bed and bad. Oh, right. Just no. I don't even want to play it because I know what's going to happen. It's going to be horrible. It will be fine. We have done well once with this tactic. If it doesn't go well again today, then maybe we look to tweak things again. But I guess changing system entirely every couple of matches probably isn't the way forward. And remember, we do just have to avoid relegation. And I think we're good enough to avoid relegation. There's been a couple of teams we've definitely been better than. I mean, Al Wathba at the bottom of the league on 0 points after 7 games. That means there's effectively only one relegation spot for actual teams that have actual players, because they're obviously already down. And Sabeel, making up for his nonsense in the last game, has his 4th goal of the season, and it's a screamer. I mean, he is old enough to be the dad of the lad who scored the screamer in the last game. He's 35 compared to the 17-year-old he's playing alongside in midfield today, but he is very much a hold my beer moment. This time, look, he doesn't just leave the ball. He collects it, has a shot, 1-0 up. Come on then. I knew today would be a good day. This is lovely stuff. Oh, they're going to do a shenanigans corner. I hate it. Just, I mean, what? They're lined up so weird, and it's making us line up weird. It's almost, I can't tell if it's tactical or chaos, but it's led to a goal, as the nonsense corners always seem to. I think it should be a rule at this level. You just get the ball into the 6-yard box. You shouldn't be allowed to mess around with all this, because they don't really know how to do it. We don't really know how to defend it. I mean, that guy's ran from behind 3 or 4 other players to try and get... That's gone in off our player. Ban the short corner in lower leagues. It's not fun. No one enjoys it. We have had some shots today. We're actually playing a lot better today than we were against Totherlot, the Falcon. Was it? No, these are the Falcons. Not East Fife, Elite Falcons. Okay, we don't mention East Fife. That upsets people. It was finished. Right. Let's try and... Can we do it? I mean, that's our best defender there. A tackle would have been nice. No, okay. Okay, we're good. Offside. No? Of course, it's a penalty. Why wouldn't it be a penalty? Apparently, it was a handball. I saw nothing. And that's gone down the middle. And our goalkeeper hasn't dived. He's just kind of flopped under it. Oh, I'm good at Football Manager. And I like to think I'm capable of putting together a good team. There is absolutely no accounting for that. A penalty is just kind of chipped towards him down the middle of the goal, and his solution was just to kind of lie down under it. We have scored an equaliser, though, so that's good. And this was quite a well-worked free kick. And it's Abdullah getting forward from left-back, so another one of our actual good... We've got like 4 or 5 good players. He's definitely one of them. Al-Hamadi, by the way, it's a lovely free kick. As a young 17-year-old, I know his star rating suggests he's not very good, but remember, the star rating is based on the opinions of my idiot coaches. They know nothing. So we are judging more based on what we see happen in match. And I think in the half a match that we've seen from Al-Hamadi, we've seen him score a screamer and hit a beautiful free kick for the... Well, it wasn't the assist, was it? Because someone else touched it on. But to set up that goal, I think he's doing enough to warrant being involved, even though star rating would suggest he's nowhere near ready. I need to click on him, but I can't see where he is. There he is. So he's... I mean, yeah. I mean, even his attributes. Look at the state of him. I'm playing him. He's playing in our team. Oh my word. I don't even... And he's playing well. That tells you everything you need to know about this level of football. For whatever reason, that combination of 2s and 3s on his attributes is tickling the match engine to allow him to score from range and hit a nice free kick. I mean, he's not doing anything else, it seems. So we do have to, I guess, take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt, because he's very much being carried by his dad in midfield. Now he's up to a 7.1 just to prove him wrong. We've got him as the playmaker as well. That's probably a mistake. This man is our playmaker. I am having a lovely time. I'm just enjoying myself. Nothing counts and nothing matters, but I can't be held responsible for any of this. Right. You're not even big enough, and you're not even... We're not making any changes. Our bench is absolute bobbins. We're making no substitutions unless we absolutely have to. Right, long throw. Abaka into Al-Balushi. Cross comes over again, and that's a penalty for us, surely. It is a penalty for us. And this is the opportunity for us to go back in the lead in this match as we head towards the... What is he doing? He's rummaging in his shorts. It is Sabeel, and it's... I mean... He obviously was uncomfortable in the lead up to that. He would seem to be adjusting his genitals. And then His penalty is saved, and it's going to be Abdullah to take. This is how you take a corner at non-league. Just get it into the penalty area and then have someone head it out for a goal kick. That's what a corner should be, not that nonsense that they did to us. That was basically cheating. And they've done a penalty that shouldn't have been and a corner that shouldn't be allowed, and that's where their 2 goals have come from. We're taking it seriously and everyone else is cheating. And I don't care for it. Right, we're still not making any substitutions because our players are rubbish. And if they're fit enough to stay on, we keep these ones on because the ones on the bench are even worse. Right, Abaka. I mean, we get a lot of that, don't we? A lot of just, we should perhaps stop passing. Maybe we need to go long ball. Oh, my word. Do we have any defenders? Oh, oh dear. Oh, dearie me. Right. Okay, then. We'll make some changes now. I mean, we don't really have anyone to bring on to play there. That's the problem. Al-Hamadi could go there. We'll put Al-Hamadi further forward and then shuffle around and bring on another midfielder. We don't have another midfielder. We'll bring on another right back. Where's my wing back guy? He is training to play left back now. We don't have any attacking changes to make. That's the problem. We've got this young kid who's rubbish who we're training to play centre forward. But I mean, he's so slow. What's the point of him? There isn't one, is the answer to that question. Right, we've made some changes. We've changed our fullbacks and stuck our playmaker further forward to see if he can do another wonder goal. We need one, that's for sure. I feel like this is 2 matches we haven't deserved to lose. We're actually not playing terribly. We're just, the quality of our players is so low, as we've just seen again there, that we can play well for 95% of the matches, but we know there's going to be a number of absolutely idiotic mistakes. And that's the bit that there's nothing I can really do tactically to stop them happening. It's just a case of, obviously, there's positions that we need to upgrade the players in. And we just have to hope we come up against enough teams that are equally as bad and they make as many, if not more, mistakes as we make when we play them, because I think today we've played against 2 teams that are probably going to end up in the top half of the table, and we've not been outplayed in the matches. I mean, look at the difference in XG. We're ahead on XG. We've had more shots. We're fairly even for possession. We've just had two idiot moments. And what do you do about it? Not play idiots? Well, that's not an option. I can only sign idiots. That's not good. We are still level with the Kev ratio, though. So it doesn't matter. Club atmosphere is still good. Everything is fine. It will all be okay. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.